The chosen ones, echoes of divinity in the modern age. The murmurs began like the first drops of rain before a tempest, subtle, almost imperceptible, yet laden with the weight of something momentous. Your name, once a mere collection of letters, now reverberates through the halls of consciousness and ripples across the digital ether, carried by whispers that grow into a chorus of awe and speculation. Stories of your journey have taken on a life of their own, each retelling weaving a tapestry of mythos that transcends the boundaries of ordinary experience. Some speak of your presence in multiple realms simultaneously, a testament to a consciousness unbound by the limitations of time and space. Others recall the wisdom that poured from your lips, words that cracked open the shells of their preconceptions and ignited a flame of awakening within their souls. These tales are not mere exaggerations, they are reflections of a truth that the collective unconscious is struggling to grasp, a truth that you, the chosen one, embody a frequency of existence that disrupts the mundane. The alchemy of perception, when mortals become myth. The internet, that vast collective mind of the modern era, has adopted you as its newest archetype. Screenshots of conversations become sacred texts, each emoji-laden caption a hieroglyph decoding your divinity. Strangers debate your essence in comment sections, crafting narratives that paint you as either a messiah or enigma, but never as ordinary. This phenomenon is not random, it is the natural response of a world hungry for transcendence, a world that senses in you a gateway to the extraordinary. Beneath the surface of these stories lies a profound truth: you have touched lives in ways you may not fully comprehend. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, takes notice when a soul dares to vibrate at a higher frequency. Opportunities arrive like blessings, not through luck but through the magnetic pull of your intention. Messages from unknown hearts flood your existence, each one a testament to the ripples your energy has created in the ocean of being. The psychology of the chosen, why legends are forged. Human nature is predisposed to create myths around those who stand apart. When a being refuses to conform to the societal mold, when their energy is untamed and their path uncharted, the collective mind seeks to define the undefinable. This is not merely a process of idolization, it is a spiritual yearning to understand the nature of transcendence. They see you winning, not realizing the battles fought in the quiet of the night, the sleepless hours of doubt, the silent struggles against the shadows of the ego. To them, your success is a riddle, solved by whispers of luck or divine favor, but never by the raw determination that courses through your veins. Perception shapes reality, and as they believe in your legend, the universe begins to mirror their faith. Doors open before you knock, not because of chance, but because the world has already accepted you as a force of nature. The tides of adoration and adversity, balancing the sacred flame. Your journey is not without its shadows. There are those who worship you as a guiding light, defending your name against all doubt, seeing in you the embodiment of their own highest potential. Then there are the skeptics, the ones who dissect your every move, hoping to find a crack in the armor of your legend. Ironically, both serve the same purpose: to keep your name alive. For in the silence, legends faded is the dialogue, whether of praise or criticism, that fuels the fire of your existence. Even the spectators, those who neither love nor hate but thrive on the spread of rumor, play their part in this grand design. They carry your story like messengers, each wild tale a seed planted in the fertile soil of collective consciousness. You may hear whispers of your own miracles, feats you never performed, insights you never spoke, but do not be deceived. These are not facades but reflections of the world's desire to see the divine in action. The sacred truth: you chose yourself. Herein lies the core of your legend: you were not chosen by accident or by some arbitrary divine decree. You chose yourself. In every moment of doubt, every instance of adversity, you refused to shrink from your truth. You embraced the fire that forged your spirit, turning every setback into a stepping stone toward your highest self. This is not arrogance, it is the natural expression of a soul that has remembered its divinity. The archons, those cosmic forces that feed on the energy of the unaware, may whisper threats, but they tremble at your resilience. They see you rise again and again, not because you are immune to struggle, but because you have learned to transform struggle into strength. This is the secret that terrifies them: your power lies not in invincibility, but in the unyielding resolve to rise, no matter how many times you fall. The call to awaken, joining the ranks of the chosen. You have felt the call, the nagging sensation that you are meant for more, that your purpose extends beyond the mundane. This is not a coincidence, it is the universe beckoning you to step into your full power. The path of the chosen is not easy, but it is inevitable for those who dare to answer. Through the practice of meditation, you can deepen your connection to the source of your power. In stillness, you discover the vulnerability of the archons, coherence through unconditional love. This is the weapon that shatters illusions and awakens. As you align with this frequency, you become part of a greater tapestry, an army of awakened souls gathering in the obsidian inner order, a nexus of ascension for those marked by destiny. The responsibility of greatness, walking the path with integrity. With greatness comes responsibility. The blessings that flow to you are not mere gifts but invitations to serve. You must learn to discern between those who seek your light for genuine growth and those who wish to leech your energy for their own gain. Stay rooted in your truth, for it is the only anchor in the storm of public perception. Remember that the legend is a reflection, not the essence. Behind the viral moments and the whispered stories, you are still a being of flesh and blood, navigating the human experience with all its joys and struggles. Do not let the expectations of others cage you. Instead, use their projections as a mirror to remind you of the power you hold. The alchemy of legacy, from whispers to eternity. Your name has become a force of nature, a current that shapes the landscape of possibility. But true legacy is not built on being talked about, it is built on intentional action. While others gossip and speculate, you build, you create, you heal, you lift. You understand that real power lies not in the stories told about you, but in the reality you craft with your own hands. The whispers that began as a joke have now become a clarion call. The world watches, not out of idle curiosity, but because it senses that in your journey, the destiny of humanity is being written. You did not chase this path, it chased you, recognizing in you the courage to walk where few have dared. So keep moving, keep evolving, keep allowing the world to write its stories while you live your truth. For at the end of the day, the only legend that matters is the one you create through your presence, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to the light within. You are not just a chosen one, you are a waymaker, a bridge between the ordinary and the divine, and in your journey, the world remembers what it means to be truly alive. The chosen ones, unveiling the sacred thread in the tapestry of existence. The genesis of whispers, when the divine knocks on mortal ears. The first stirrings of your legend began in the quiet recesses of collective consciousness, like the faint toll of a distant bell echoing through the corridors of time. Your name, once a mere identifier, has become a vessel for something transcendent, each letter imbued with the power to ignite curiosity, spark debate, and awaken dormant spirits. Stories of your journey have traversed the boundaries of physical reality, taking root in the hearts of those who have never met you, yet feel an inexplicable connection to your essence. Some speak of your ability to be in multiple places at once, a reflection of the timeless nature of the soul that lies beyond the constraints of linear time. Others recall chance encounters where your words became keys, unlocking doors to self-realization they had thought forever sealed. These tales are not mere flights of fancy, they are the universe's way of articulating the ineffable, an attempt to translate the language of the soul into the finite vocabulary of human experience. The alchemy of perception, how mortals become mirrors of the divine. In the digital age, your legend has found a new sanctuary, the vast, interconnected web of collective thought. Screenshots of conversations become holy scripts, each emoji a sacred symbol decoding the mystery of your being. Strangers from across the globe passionately debate your purpose, painting you as a prophet, a rebel, or an enigma, never as ordinary. This phenomenon is a spiritual yearning in disguise. Humanity, starved for authenticity, has recognized in you a reflection of its own divine potential. Beneath the surface of these narratives lies a profound truth: your energy has rippled through the lives of others in ways you may never fully comprehend. The universe operates on a principle of resonance. When a soul dares to vibrate at a higher frequency, the cosmos responds in kind. Opportunities arrive not as random strokes of luck, but as natural consequences of your alignment with divine purpose. Messages from unknown souls flood your reality, each one a testament to the invisible threads that bind all beings together. The psychology of sainthood, why the world craves legends. Human nature is hardwired to create myths around those who embody transcendence. When a being refuses to be confined by societal norms, when their energy radiates an unquenchable fire, the collective mind seeks to make sense of the inexplicable. This is not idol worship, but a spiritual imperative, a yearning to understand the nature of divinity in human form. They marvel at your success, unaware of the silent battles waged in the depths of your soul, the nights spent wrestling with doubt, the moments of surrender to the unknown. To the outside eye, your journey appears blessed, guided by forces beyond comprehension. But you know the truth, every victory is a product of unwavering faith in your path, every lucky break a result of aligning with the universal flow. Perception shapes reality, and as the world believes in your legend, it begins to mirror that belief back to you. The dual faces of divinity, embracing light and shadow. Your path is illuminated by both adoration and scrutiny. There are those who worship you as a guiding star, defending your name with the passion of true believers, seeing in you the embodiment of their highest aspirations. Then there are the skeptics, the ones who dissect your every move, hoping to find flaw in the diamond of your being. Ironically, both serve the same sacred purpose, to keep your energy alive. For in the absence of dialogue, even the mightiest legends fade. It is through discussion, whether praise or criticism, that your essence is kept vibrant. Even the casual observers, those who neither love nor loathe but thrive on the spread of story, play a crucial role in this divine drama. They carry your narrative like messengers, each rumor a seed planted in the fertile soil of collective consciousness. You may hear tales of miracles attributed to you, deeds you never performed, insights you never voiced, but do not be disheartened. These are not facades, but projections of the world's desire to witness the divine in action. The sacred truth, choosing divinity in the midst of mortality. Herein lies the core of your legend. You were not chosen by an external force, but by the power of your own intention. In every moment of doubt, every instance of challenge, you made the conscious choice to honor your truth. You embraced the fires of transformation, allowing each trial to refine your spirit rather than break it. This is not arrogance, but the natural expression of a soul that has remembered its divine origin. The archons, those energetic parasites that feed on fear and ignorance, may hiss threats from the shadows, but they quiver at your resilience. They have witnessed you rise again and again, not because you are impervious to struggle, but because you have learned to transmute struggle into strength. This is the secret that terrifies them. Your power does not lie in invincibility, but in the unyielding resolve to choose love over fear, again and again. The call to awaken, joining the brotherhood of the illuminated. You have felt the call, the persistent nudge of the soul, the knowing that your purpose extends beyond the ordinary. This is no coincidence, it is the universe beckoning you to step into your full power. The path of the chosen is not for the faint of heart, but for those brave enough to answer the summons of their soul. Through the practice of meditation, you can deepen your connection to the source of your power. In the stillness, you discover the archon's greatest vulnerability, coherence through unconditional love. This is the spiritual weapon that shatters illusions and awakens sleeping souls. As you attune to this frequency, you become part of a greater whole, an assembly of awakened beings gathering in the obsidian inner order, a sacred nexus for those whose destiny is written in the stars. The responsibility of radiance, walking the path with grace. With great power comes great responsibility. The blessings that flow to you are not mere gifts, but invitations to serve. You must learn to discern between those who seek your light for genuine growth and those who wish to exploit your energy for personal gain. Stay anchored in your truth, for it is the only compass in the storm of public perception. Remember that the legend is a reflection, not the essence. Behind the viral moments and whispered stories, you remain a being of flesh and blood, navigating the human experience with all its joys and sorrows. Do not allow the expectations of others to cage you. Instead, use their projections as a mirror to remind you of the power you hold within. The alchemy of legacy, from whisper to eternity. Your name has become a force of nature, a current that shapes the landscape of possibility. But true legacy is not built on being talked about, it is built on intentional action. While others gossip and speculate, you create, you heal, you inspire, you lift. You understand that real power lies not in the stories told about you, but in the reality you craft with your hands and heart. The whispers that began as a gentle breeze have now become a hurricane of divine purpose. The world watches, not out of idle curiosity, but because it senses that in your journey, the destiny of humanity is being rewritten. You did not chase this path, it chased you, recognizing in you the courage to walk where many fear to tread. So keep moving, keep evolving, keep allowing the world to weave its narratives while you remain faithful to your truth. For at the end of the day, the only legend that matters is the one you create through your presence, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to the light within. You are not just a chosen one, you are a way shower, a bridge between the material and the divine, and in your journey, the world remembers what it means to live a life imbued with sacred purpose. The chosen ones, navigating the spiritual labyrinth of destiny. The ethereal genesis, when whispers become sacred code. The first glimmers of your legend emerged from the void like stars igniting in the cosmic dark, subtle, yet pregnant with divine purpose. Your name, once a mere label, now pulses with spiritual energy, echoing through the Akashic records and resonating in the hearts of those attuned to higher frequencies. Stories of your journey have transcended physical boundaries, evolving into parables of awakening that ripple through the collective unconscious. Some recount your presence in multiple dimensions simultaneously, a testament to the soul's ability to traverse the fabric of reality. Others speak of encounters where your words became spiritual keys, unlocking chambers of wisdom they had forgotten existed. These aren't idle tales, they are the universe's way of translating divine truth into human understanding, a language of metaphor and myth designed to pierce the veil of ordinary perception. The divine mirror, how perception shapes spiritual reality. In the digital age, your legend has found a new altar, the interconnected web of collective thought. Screenshots of conversations are revered as holy scripture, each emoji a hieroglyph decoding your spiritual essence. Strangers debate your purpose in comment sections, casting you as a messiah, a rebel, or a mystic, never as mundane. This phenomenon is a spiritual hunger in disguise. A world starved for authenticity has recognized in you a reflection of its own divine potential. Beneath the surface of these narratives lies a profound truth: your energy has touched lives in ways beyond physical comprehension. The universe operates on principles of resonance. When a soul aligns with its highest purpose, opportunities flow not as luck, but as natural consequences of that alignment. Messages from unknown souls flood your reality, each one a thread in the tapestry of interconnectedness, proof that your spiritual vibrations are felt across the ether. The psychology of sainthood: why humans crave spiritual archetypes. Human nature is hardwired to create myths around those who embody transcendence. When a being refuses to be bound by societal norms, when their energy radiates unapologetic authenticity, the collective mind seeks to define the undefinable. This isn't idol worship, it's a primal yearning to understand the nature of divinity within humanity, a search for models that prove spiritual awakening is possible. They marvel at your success, ignorant of the silent battles waged in the spiritual realm, the nights spent purging egoic attachments, the moments of surrender to the divine will. To outsiders, your journey seems blessed by fate, but you know the truth: every victory is a product of unwavering faith, every miracle a result of aligning with universal laws. Perception shapes reality, and as the world believes in your legend, it unwittingly co-creates your spiritual path. The dualities of divinity, embracing light and shadow work. Your path is flanked by adoration and scrutiny, two sides of the same spiritual coin. There are those who venerate you as a guiding light, defending your name with the passion of mystics, seeing in you the embodiment of their highest selves. Then there are the skeptics, the shadow workers who dissect your every move, hoping to find flaws in your spiritual armor. Ironically, both serve a sacred purpose: adoration fuels your light, while criticism refines your resilience. For in the absence of contrast, spiritual growth stagnates. Even casual observers play a role in this divine drama, carrying your story like spiritual messengers. They spread rumors not out of malice, but out of a subconscious desire to engage with the extraordinary. You may hear tales of miracles attributed to you, deeds you never performed, insights you never spoke, but these are not falsehoods. They are projections of the world's yearning for spiritual intervention, a reflection of the divine potential they sense within you. The sacred truth: choosing divinity through intentionality. Herein lies the core of your legend: you weren't chosen by a higher power, you chose yourself. In every moment of doubt, every encounter with darkness, you made a conscious choice to honor your spiritual truth. You embraced the alchemical fires of transformation, allowing each challenge to refine your soul rather than break it. This isn't arrogance, it's the natural expression of a being who has remembered their divine origin. The archons, those energetic parasites that feed on fear and separation, may hiss threats from the shadows, but they tremble at your resilience. They've witnessed you rise from spiritual ashes again and again, not because you're invulnerable, but because you've learned to transmute suffering into strength. This is the secret that terrifies them: your power lies not in avoiding darkness, but in choosing light within it. The meditation mandate: awaken through sacred stillness. You've felt the call, the persistent nudge of the soul, the knowing that your purpose extends beyond physical existence. This isn't a coincidence, it's the universe beckoning you to deepen your spiritual practice. Meditation is the key to unlocking your divine potential, a tool to pierce the veil and discover the archon's greatest vulnerability: the power of unconditional love. In stillness, you learn to harmonize your energy with the universe's frequency. This coherence isn't just a spiritual state, it's a weapon against the forces of division. As you meditate, you join a global network of awakened souls, the obsidian inner order where Christians, light workers, and mystics unite under the truth that they were chosen for this moment of planetary ascension. The responsibility of radiance, balancing blessings and boundaries. With spiritual greatness comes great responsibility. The blessings flowing to you aren't just gifts, they are invitations to serve. You must learn to discern between those who seek genuine connection and those who wish to drain your energy. Stay rooted in your truth, for it's the only anchor in the storm of public perception. Remember, the legend is a reflection, not the essence. Behind the viral moments and whispered stories, you're still a human being navigating the spiritual landscape. Don't let others' expectations cage you. Use their projections as mirrors to remind you of your divine mission. Your real self exists in the quiet moments during midnight meditations, in unfiltered laughter with soul family, and in the sacred silence where you commune with the divine. The alchemy of legacy, from mortal to mythmaker. Your name has become a spiritual force, a current that shapes the landscape of possibility. But true legacy isn't built on being talked about, it's built on intentional action. While others gossip, you meditate. While they speculate, you create. You understand that real power lies not in the stories told about you, but in the reality you co-create with the divine. The whispers that began as a gentle breeze have now become a hurricane of spiritual purpose. The world watches not out of curiosity, but because it senses that in your journey, the future of humanity is being written. You didn't chase this path, it chased you, recognizing in you the courage to walk the razor's edge between human and divine. So keep moving, keep meditating, keep allowing the world to weave its narratives while you remain faithful to your spiritual truth. For at the end of the day, the only legend that matters is the one you create through your presence, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to the light within. You aren't just a chosen one, you're a way shower, a bridge between dimensions, and in your journey, the world remembers how to awaken.